I recently wrote a story entitled ChatGPT may be eroding critical thinking skills, according to a new MIT study. Natalia, you are the main author of this study. Thank you so much for joining me to talk about your research. So let me ask sort of the biggest question that is on a lot of people's minds was, does your study provide evidence that ChatGPT is making us dumber?
No. I'm so happy you asked, and you can see my excitement, I guess. We have like a huge FAQ on the website right now. The words like dumb, brain rot. So all of those words are pure clickbait because we, in our study, never use this vocabulary, and we do not show this. And we actually cannot show this with even this setup. It's just impossible. What we have shown is specifically what happens, neural connectivity, essay outputs, scoring, interviews. We put it all into perspective, and there are definitely a lot of interesting things happening.
Can you briefly describe the study?
We invited 54 participants who were all students from Greater Boston University, and we invited them to come in person to the lab. And we asked them to do one very specific task, which is essay writing. And we divided them in 3 groups. So first group was tasked to only use ChatGPT. So they couldn't use anything else, just ChatGPT to write their essay. Second, search engine without AI functionality. So basically you can do like a classic OG search engine. And then the third one, we call it, tools free tools, which is no tools. And we also call it in the paper brain only because of that. So you only could have used your brain to write your essay.
The research began with 3 essay writing sessions where students were able to pick writing prompts they were interested in.
So what we have observed during their first 3 sessions is that their essays were pretty homogeneous for their LLM group. So basically what it means in layman terms is they were very similar, right? Wording that was used, for example, a lot of specific words that were used, like names and persons, different entities. So we could have definitely, observed this.
The researchers studied neural activity using a non-invasive brain imaging technique called EEG.
And then, of course, when we looked at neural connectivity, we also saw that, there is actually a change when you use tools like search engine or LLM versus when you don't use any tools at all, which is in itself actually should not be very surprising, right? And a lot of studies before us actually explored this phenomena even earlier, not with LLMs, but with the tools we already had, like GPS or Google, etc. So what we saw is that there is definitely some scaling down happening when you are moving from no tools, meaning like you're only using your brain, up to all the way to the LLM.